everyone! Great to see you all. Congratulations on making it. Hey Payne, welcome to the stream. Oh, Juno, yay! Hello. So, we'll start out with warm-up today. Now, we can either do 5 minutes imposed lines, 5 minutes ghosted squares and circles, and then 5 minutes of the circle exercise. Or we could just do 15 minutes of ghosted square circles. Which one would you guys prefer? Alright. Alright, 15 minutes of ghosted square circles it is. That'll be our warm-up for today. So I'll set a timer for 15 minutes and then we'll just be doing squares, lines, and circles. Also, try to make your circles as circular as possible within the confines of the square. I noticed some people were on a completely regular square, they were doing ovals from corner to corner. Just try to make them as uniform as possible. Timer has started. Hello Nelly, we're just doing a warm-up of 15 minutes of squares and circles. Also, if you've gotten pretty good at doing the squares, you can start thinking of them as planes, which won't change the drawing, but it'll change how you think. You can start visualizing the plane in 3 dimensions as you're doing the lines across it now. So it's almost like you're drawing in 3 dimensions. I can tell you that my lines have gotten 1,000 times better from just a week ago, so whatever we're doing, it's working. Remember, if your lines aren't perfectly straight, then that's the only thing you need to focus on right now. find that if I kind of blur my vision and just focus on the feeling of the movement, my lines become a lot straighter. Alright, that's warm up. Save whatever paper you haven't finished for the tomorrow. We'll now hop over to new exercise, which is the funnels exercise. I hear this exercise itself is short, but reading through this does take a while. So let's just hop into it. Oh, There we go.
So the next exercise in the ellipse exercises is called the funnels exercise. Basically what you do is you draw something like this, which is across here and here, and two curves defining a funnel. And we want to draw ellipses going up and down this funnel. I'm just going to, whoops. I'm going to angle this so that it's a little bit easier for me to draw. So you would, in this case, rotate your page. And all we want to do is start off with a small, tight degree, so some narrow ellipses in the center. And then we gradually want to work our way up, increasing the degree as we move out. Well, that's terrible. It's been a long time since I've done this exercise, especially digitally. It's another reason that I recommend doing all of these exercises on paper first, because digital media introduces all kinds of little irritations between driver issues and whatever else.
You heard it here first.
Which is why they provide things like smoothing and ellipse guides and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry quite so much about it. But when it comes to actually understanding the techniques and the principles, it's extremely useful and valuable to do them traditionally with just you and the paper and your pen. Now, the one major focus of this exercise is that you're testing your ability to align your ellipses to a minor axis. So this center line here is actually the minor axis. If you remember, an ellipse has a minor and major axis. The minor axis cuts the ellipse into two equal symmetrical halves down its narrower dimension. So whereas this one would be the major axis, we want to practice aligning our ellipses on the minor axis if the minor axis already existed. It's very useful for cylinders. Now, for the most part, this was good, getting a little off, and then this one's terrible. This whole ellipse was kind of a mess. This one is also okay. So that's basically what the funnels exercise is all about. But don't forget to push yourself to kind of increase the degree throughout. That comes into play in cylinders later on as well, but it also tends to test you more in terms of what you're doing with the exercise. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much the gist of this one.
Cool. Gotta make sure they align to the middle circle. And Victor Paul will be our narrator today.
Funnel. This exercise is similar to the others, but throws a couple curveballs along the way and leads into an exploration of how the minor axis can be used to align our ellipses. Start out by drawing a long line with a shorter one across it, marking out its middle, roughly. This long line is going to be the minor axis we use to align the ellipses we draw later. It's worth mentioning that you should use a ruler or straight edge to draw these two lines. The ellipses will be freehand, and we want to focus on one thing at a time. Along either side of the long line, draw an arc. This can actually be pretty difficult. It may be easier to first just draw the arcs first and then place a line in between them. Alternatively, if you can find a large circular object or something else to help you draw those curves, by all means, go ahead. Again, we're not practicing our freehand curves right now. You'll find that in between these two arcs, we've created a sort of funnel shape. In the space inside of the funnel, draw your ellipses. Strive to keep them aligned to the central minor axis line such that each ellipse is cut into two equal symmetrical halves down their narrower dimension by it. Optionally, you can try to get the degree of your ellipses to increase as you move outwards from the center, keeping the middle one at a low degree, very narrow, and towards the outside, much more circular. Again, this is optional. You don't need to worry about it if you're still struggling with the alignment of your ellipses. The purpose of this exercise. This exercise is really about getting used to the use of the minor axis line, as well as continuing to work on getting those ellipses to fit snugly within a set space. These are both principles that are used heavily in Lesson 2, so we want to start getting a firm grip on them now. Mistake: not aligned. This is easily the most common mistake I see in this exercise. As mentioned above, one of the core elements of this exercise is getting used to your ellipses aligning to the central minor axis line. You want to make sure that the minor axis cuts each ellipse into two equal symmetrical halves down their narrower dimension. Here, you can clearly see that they're slanted and cut unevenly. Mistake: poor spacing. Keep your ellipses snugly against one another. Don't leave large spaces between them, or any space at all for that matter. If nothing else, it's a missed opportunity to get more practice in with your ellipses.
Bro, that's a wormhole.
Mistake: being too loose. Do your best to keep your ellipses snugly within the funnel shape. Here, many of the ellipses are spilling out beyond the funnel. As we get into organic forms in Lesson 2, this is going to be rather important, as we'll be using similar techniques to simulate the illusion that we have curving lines running along the surface of forms to make them look more three-dimensional. If those lines spill out of the form, however, that illusion will be easily broken. Example homework. This is what your work should look like upon completion. You'll notice in the corners, I threw in a different variation of the same exercise. You're welcome to try those too. Just be careful when placing the central minor axis line for each section. It's pretty easy to accidentally end up off-center, in which case you simply have to do your best to estimate where the correct central line would be.
Alright. Good. So I am gonna get a large plate that I can make my curves with. So I will be back in a minute. If you want to do the same, you have a minute. Why my camera froze? I don't know why my camera is frozen. Oh, there we go. It just needed to be rebooted. So I got a plate. I think this will be perfect for making the curves. Oh. I'll just find some nice sounds to listen to while we're doing this. Ah, I was thinking we'd just listen to some nature sounds while we do this exercise. And if your circles aren't perfectly shaped yet, then only focus on that motion of the hand. You don't need to worry about it being inside the lines yet. Once you can make perfect circles or ovals, then you can start worrying about alignment and precision. I'm not quite sure I understand your question, Luxok. Yes, start in the middle. So from the middle, you draw the narrowest circle, and then each consecutive circle going out will be wider and wider, and they will all be kissing each other on the sides. Alright, well, I am done with my one page. How's everyone else doing? You've done 3 of them. Alright. Yeah. So, the next one will be boxes, so we'll save that one for tomorrow. And then we'll just hop into free a draw. Good work today. You know, once you get into the rhythm, it's really, it starts to feel like a lot less of a chore. I feel, at least. I'm starting to enjoy it. It's quite peaceful doing this, honestly. Anyways, I will set a timer for 30 minutes. And then we will do some free draw. If you need a prompt today, you can use cried as a prompt. Sorry about that. To look at some drawings. That's always my favorite part. These are very good. I want to focus on being a bit more precise, I believe. Circles are looking fine. Very fine circle. Notice some of your circles are still a bit deformed, like this one, that one here. But otherwise, they're looking really good. I think you can just focus on making it even preciser, but looks like you've got that nailed down. Ooh, got a Roman people here. I at least get the Roman vibes. Nice construction lines as well, yeah. Very good. Oh. Of course. Sorry about that. Is that better? Very good. Yeah. Focus a lot more on the movement and getting those smooth, evenly shaped circles. Still. Oh, got some nice faces going on here. Very cool. I like the smug one up in the corner. Oh, she looks so smug. Nice suit. got some bird watching here. Very nice. Some bricks or books down here. Maybe he was reading about the birds and then he saw one. Very nice mountains as well. Looks nice. Very cool. So here we got one that's of mine now. Got this alien guy looking around, looking at duck, checking out the iPhone, just kind of exploring the world. Got some patterning going on here, and this smug guy standing on top of a cliff. Got some more circles here. Make sure that your circles are up and down. They aren't slanted like up here. And make sure that your circles actually increase in width as you go further out. They're very uniformly the same width. Other than that, it's looking good. Also, as an extra thing, I wanted to show you guys something really neat that I found on the internet. It's called DALL-E, and it's essentially this AI that you can type a sentence and it'll generate that for you. For example, if you want to design an armchair in the shape of an avocado, it got you covered. If you want a clock in the shape of an orchard, there you go. Perfectly designed clocks. And you can type anything you want and it'll just generate it. Here, if you want some emojis of a crying bowl of ramen, here you go. Some of them are surprisingly good. The crying avocado. Here you can also just give it a image and make it sketch for you. So, people saying that creative jobs are not going to be replaced by robots, well, let's see in 10 years. Even architecture, look, none of these houses exist. We can get it in the afternoon. Let's get some cathedral hills. None of these places exist. They're all generated by an AI. Isn't that cool? Here we got an owl sitting in a forest in the morning. Very cool painted art here. I just wanted to share with you that. Anyways, I hope you've had a wonderful day today. You know I have, and I hope you have a continued wonderful day, wherever it may take you. Goodbye.